Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So within today's video, we are going to be talking about Zubimendi, Lionel Messi, Raphinha, and also Jules Koundé. We are going to be discussing the latest updates regarding these four players, and everything is going to be organized in the timeline down below. There's so much that we have to discuss. It has been a very busy day, so I hope you guys do enjoy this video. So before we go into any of those topics, I do want to shout out our sponsor for today, and that is going to be the OneFootball app. The OneFootball app does carry a boatload of information when it comes to football news. When it also does come to team stats and player stats, all of that information is compact within the OneFootball app. Again, they have great articles, great things to read on. You can follow your favorite player, your favorite team, all in the OneFootball app. If you do want to download the OneFootball app, you can so by going to the link down below. That'll take you straight to the App Store. You can download the OneFootball app. Whether you have an Android or an iPhone, you download it, set exactly who and what you do want to follow, whether that's Barcelona, Real Madrid, Manchester City, or if you do want to follow a specific player like Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, Kylian Mbappe, Erling Haaland. You can do all of that within the OneFootball app. So once you do set exactly who and what you do want to follow, you'll be set and done from there. It's a very easy process. It is for free. I hope you guys do enjoy it. But now let's go back into this video and now let's talk about Zubimendi, because let me give you guys some context when it comes to this player. I know that there has been many questions about whether Zubimendi is going to be coming to Barcelona, yes or no, because many have been seeing this player as the future replacement of Sergio Busquets because he knows how to pass. He's very vertical. He does know how to protect the ball. Many have said that this is almost like the second coming of Xabi Alonso, the player that used to play for Real Madrid and the Spanish national team. So this player has been so impressive this season for Real Sociedad that even Catalan radio has stated that Xavi has urged the sports management to immediately open negotiations for Martin Zubimendi. But things have changed in the last few days, not because Barcelona have changed their mind, but basically it was because of Zubimendi and his club. They are having full commitment with one another. And it says here that when he was asked about his move to Barcelona potentially, he did say this, and I quote, "There's very good feelings between me and Real Sociedad. My contract extension is a matter of time." Then he spoke about how he felt about Xavi wanting this player, and this is what Zubimendi did say: "I don't even think about it now. I'm focused only on my club." So you can see here that he was basically explaining that he is aware of the interest that Barcelona were having for him, but he does have full commitment with the club that he is with right now. He does want to stay, and I can see why he does want to stay, because he really does enjoy performing for La Real. You look at how he did perform versus Girona. He did score 1 goal and provided 1 assist and was considered as the best player on that game. And then earlier today we did have the president of Zubimendi's club speak to Mundo Deportivo, and this is what he said about Zubimendi's situation: "We are very close to reaching an agreement to renew Zubimendi's contract." So you can just see that the doors have closed. There is full commitment with Zubimendi, Real Sociedad, the president. They all want to go for that 1 goal, which is to extend the contract of this player for many more years. So now we're gonna have to wait. What does the future hold for the pivot position of FC Barcelona? Now let's move on towards the next topic of today, and now let's talk about Lionel Messi, because there was an interview that Messi had a few hours ago, and this is what Messi had to say when it came to him playing at the Qatar World Cup. "Surely this will be my final World Cup, and let me tell you guys, this does make me very excited. It makes me excited because the fact that this is going to be Messi's last chance to win the World Cup, I honestly feel like, and I'm very confident that Argentina could win this World Cup in December. Like, they could win it all. Like, out of all the teams that Messi has been in when it came to the 2006 World Cup, the 2010 World Cup, the 2014 version, Argentinian national team, the 2018 Argentinian national team, I strongly think that the 2022 World Cup Argentinian national team is the strongest of them all. So the amount of adrenaline and the amount of energy that's probably going through these Argentinian players and the fans is probably immense, because now they know that this will be Messi's last chance to win the World Cup, and I do think that he does deserve it. Like, if he wants to cement himself, and I think that many of us want to see him cement himself as the best player of all time, he must go for that World Cup. And the players like DePaul and all of these other players that do play with him, they do greatly back Lionel Messi, and you can really see that on the pitch. So in a way, it is also extremely sad to hear that Messi is going to be playing his last World Cup, because we have been following this player for so many years. But then again, like, of course this is going to be his last World Cup. Like, the next World Cup in 2026, when it's over here in the United States, he's going to be 38, 39 years old. So of course this is going to be his last one. I'm not really surprised, but it's just sad to hear that Messi has admitted that this will be his last World Cup. So now let's move on towards the next phase of this video, and now let's talk about Raphinha, because there has been multiple discussions when it does come to this Brazilian winger, because many have been questioning how should we be handling Raphinha, because his role at Barcelona so far, it has not been the most clear. Like if you were to ask me, how has Xavi handled Raphinha's role at FC Barcelona? Like if you were to say a 1 out of 10, 10 being the best, I would give it a 7 out of 10. I would not give it a 4 out of 10, mainly because he had some bright moments, but I would also not give it a 10 out of 10 because it has been inconsistent. And when I do mean by inconsistent, I'm talking about like where Xavi has placed Raphinha. I felt like if Raphinha were to play at the right wing position full time, all the time, he probably would have been in a much better position. And many of us probably would have never been so confused about what's going to be the future of Raphinha's role at FC Barcelona. Because him playing in the left wing position, it just doesn't work. Like I think that he plays okay. I do think that he is solid, but he is not exceptional. Like if you were to compare when Raphinha is on the right wing position. And then it says here, according to Javi Miguel, that Xavi is now planning on playing Raphinha more in his natural position, which is going to be on the right wing position. And so of course, right, like that does make a lot of sense. Like who would have thought, right, that Raphinha would be performing way better on the right wing position compared to the left wing? This is something that should have been done a long time ago. I just felt like Xavi believed that he can convert Raphinha as a left winger, but it clearly hasn't worked out. He has not been responding well on the left wing. So moving forward, and hopefully we see this in the future, moving forward, I just hope that we just see a battle between Dembele and Raphinha on the right side. I do not want to see Raphinha on the left. Maybe in just like worst case scenarios, we have Ansu, Ferran, Memphis all injured, then maybe yes, I would say place Raphinha on the left wing. But if none of those players are injured, then we should just continue to have that battle between Dembele and Raphinha, because again, Raphinha plays at his best on the right, Dembele plays at his best on the right. They can rotate and really reduce the chances of both of them getting injured. So now moving on towards the last phase of this video, and now let's talk about Jules Koundé and just briefly talk about the updates and his fitness updates, because it does say here, according to Tony Juan Marti, Jules Koundé could be in the squad for the game against Inter Milan if the good feelings remain. His environment does not rule out this possibility. So again, this is very surprising. It is great news. We need Koundé as soon as possible, and if possible, if he can come in tomorrow, we invite him tomorrow, because originally he was supposed to be out until the game against Real Madrid. Like that was going to be his expected debut, which will be against Real Madrid after encountering a very serious injury. But now he's coming back way sooner than expected, and I'm not surprised because we have talked about this before. Many of us were saying that Koundé might come earlier than expected, and now we're seeing exactly that. He could be featuring in the game against Inter, which will take place next week on Wednesday. And so if Koundé does actually return, if he ends up being okay, which I think that he will be, I have seen him in good spirits on and off the pitch, then most likely our defensive line going up against Inter is probably going to be Sergio Roberto as the right back, Koundé and Eric Garcia as the center back duo, and then our left back being Alejandro Balde. It's unfortunate that Christensen got injured, because I would have said Koundé as a right back, Christensen and Eric Garcia as the center back duo, and Alejandro Balde as the left back. But he got injured. He's going to be out for about 3 weeks, and now we're just going to have to get accustomed to what we do have and what we're going to be having in the next few days. So that is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona daily news. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.